Hello family, this is Sandra. I am today thinking about smoking some drumsticks. I haven't smoked in about 2 years. So what I want to first show you is how I set up my smoke. I have apple wood that has been smoked in apple juice, and I did that overnight from about 6 p.m. yesterday. And it's currently 11:30 today. So now I've got my aluminum foil, my smoked chips, wood chips, and the apple juice that the chips were soaking in overnight. And I'm going to enclose it, poke a few holes in it, and this is going to be used also inside the grill. I'll be back to show you how I prep the chicken. Fam, in this pan is about 12 or 14 drumsticks, 34 ounces of apple juice, 3 tablespoons of liquid smoke, and it's been marinating overnight since about 6 p.m. yesterday. What I'm going to do is take it all out, place it on a aluminum pan, and then go set up my grill. So family, while I'm out here, I decided to change the grill to the larger one that I have because I want the drumsticks to fit evenly on the grate. And the next thing I'll do is grease the grates down with oil. On this side is where the charcoals will be, and on the other side is where the drumsticks will be. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to grease it down real good in preparation for the drumsticks. My next step will be to light the charcoals, and I'll be setting that charcoal burner right here so it can get the air from the bottom to keep the flames from going. Family, now I'm not a pro at recording, so what I want to tell you is I grease the grates down for the chicken, and I'm going to light the next step will be to light the charcoals on a charcoal chimney. But I wanted to come in here and say this just because the lighting is so weird outside, and then my air conditioning unit is acting up and want to be heard over myself. So I'm just doing the best I can with what I have. But here's an overview of what I have so far. The chicken, the charcoals, the apple juice. And from this container, I will pour more apple juice into this bin right here. So next step, I'm going to try to light the charcoals and let you see that part. Okay, family, I've lit my chimney. What I can tell you in preparation for this, I put a layer of newspaper under here and a layer on the inside where the grating is of paper, and then I filled up from that hole up to this level the charcoal. And you can see small little flames peeking up over here. Now the initial recording, I was saying a little bit about everything wants to come out of the woodworks when you start doing something for YouTube or for Marvel Not Network. The ladybugs, the walls, everything. And if you know me, you know I'm scared of walls. But that's a little bit about my history. And this thing right here is my first time doing it in 2 years, doing some smoking in 2 years. So I'm hoping that everything will turn out well. And you can see the flames from right there, I think. And it's probably going to be another 20 minutes before they turn white. And that's another thing. You got to wait until all the charcoal are white. And then it's time to do the real deal cooking for me. So I'll get back with you when they're ready. Fam, I was just thinking, while I'm waiting on the charcoals to get ready, I'm going to give you a little walk around the back of my house. Well, here's my little flower bed. And this container is sweet potatoes, and they're almost ready. I love plants. And the thing about plants, they attract wasps and bees and stuff, something I'm afraid of. One elephant ear created about 20 babies. And here's these are the best peppers ever. These Turkish peppers, oh my goodness, they're delish. Basil, parsley, don't know. I think that's more sweet potatoes in here, and this is an okra plant right there. It has a few niblets on the top, so I'm just leaving it out here to see if they're gonna mature. My rose bush, got that from Sam's. These are non-prickly blackberry bushes. These two babies. And here's some more sweet potatoes. And here's my okra. Oh, look at that okra at the top. My okra plant. But I gotta cut that one off. Some more okra babies in there. Tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes, squash, tomatoes, more sweet potatoes. And here are my baby watermelons. I think they're stunted in growth. But I have four watermelon. And there's another tomato plant. And this is going to be my herb garden. I got three raised beds, and this is just going to be the herb garden right here. And I have a huge backyard. Over here is my compost bins. I have 3. Just started this one. This is matured. I'm not going to open it up because you might get TMI. My water reservoir, 50 gallon. My hibiscus plant, I just love them. And my lime tree. Been having this tree since 2008, and it hadn't produced diddly. And over here on the other side, my 100-gallon water reservoir. And my runoff buckets back there for when it gets too full. That's my shed where all my supplies are kept. And over here is my flower bed. I've forgotten what these are. This is ground coverage. I put one little plant and they just spread out for ground coverage. Love these plants. This is to collect the rainwater that runs off the roof in here. And here are all my babies. They love it outside. And I believe it's over 100. That was one plant that my youngest sister gave me, and it created a bunch of babies, if you can see right here. Out here, my babies love to reproduce. Oh, talking about reproduction. I have 11 hanging spider plants with 3 spider plants in each pot. They have babies, like right here. And here's some of the offspring right here. 2 bins and 4 more right here. I don't know what to do with these things. Oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 more on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5 more on the side. My sister gave me a rubber tree and it had babies. I gave one of the baby plants away. Same thing with my fig leaf. This right here, it had babies and they're right here. They just love to have offspring for some reason, which is not a problem for me. I just have to buy more pots. But yeah, they having babies out here. We don't play. We don't play. So that's my baby garden. And in the house, I have a little hospital where I'm trying to bring some back to where they used to be. For some odd reason, they stopped. I may have had root on waterbound or whatever. A little root rot, so I had to start all over trying to get them to root up. But I believe I have a somewhat of a green thumb. But they just doing their own thing out here. Oh, and she gave me 2 of these. And I think I have 5 now. Gave me this. I don't know what kind it is. It's almost like the rubber tree, only a different color. And I believe these are some type of vegetables. I just don't know what kind it is. I have to wait until it gets bigger. But look at all these spider plants, will you? Spider babies everywhere. And I just gave away about 200 babies because I cut off all these long shoots and just put them in a bag and took them to my friend lady's house. And she got a friend who collects and raises plants. So I said, you can have at it. But this is my life. And here's another container, spider plants. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. It didn't even come out during the summer, but it's gonna show up now. Then I got 2 babies down here, same family, but they just love it out here. So let me go over here and check on my charcoals. Are they getting white yet? Oh, not yet. So I'll contact y'all when I see that there's a difference. I may go around to the front of the house, but here's a complete view of my backyard and the porch area. And the sides of my house are the same way. Plants from one end all the way to the front, and then the front plants all the way across. Right here, I was thinking about tilling all that up and making this whole area a big garden like it used to be. From that first one down there all the way to about right here. It used to be a garden. But I dug it all up, and now I want it back. But that's my house. Background. Talk with you later. Now, here's the north side of the house. Hydrangeas, elephant ear, fern, hydrangeas, more ferns, forgotten what the names are. Hydrangeas, elephant ear, forgotten what this is. And I think this is the original hydrangea when I had gotten the house. All the other ones went on. Look at that wasp nest right there. Dirty dog. The rest of them I planted myself. And there's another part of that fern. There's 3 of them out here, different varieties. And I've forgotten what this is. Normally when I plant plants, I put their label in the ground. There it is right there. It's so in there. A foundation hedge. That says a lot. Love bugs trying to get on me. Dusty Millers. Daffodil. Elephant ears, hedges. See all the labels from every plant. So when I'm not, this is just a wandering Jew. I cut off a piece on several portions of it and just put it in the ground. And look at them, they're growing. They're rooting without me having to root them up. There's another piece of the wandering Jew. And see that mother-in-law's tongue? I just put pieces in there in the ground. They come back up. They love it over here. My cactus, my baby sister gave me those 2. Man, this is another Dusty Miller. There's a piece of that wandering Jew. Look at that one right there, it's flowering. Another mother-in-law's tongue. That's a grape. I thought I had pulled it all up. The non-thorn type grapes. Elephant ear. Look at this. Look at that wandering Jew. Dusty Miller. All the other ones I'm not naming off. I can't remember the names. 1 plant from my baby sister, and that was back in '96. And these are the offsprings. These are Christmas cactus. And I usually post pictures of them when they start blooming in early November. So I'm just waiting on the season to change a little bit more. And I'll have some more beautiful pink burgundy output. She gave me this in 2008 on my birthday. It's had a lot of babies, but there's one of the offsprings right there. And here's another thornless grape bush, which I had thought I had dug up, but apparently I left some remnants behind. So that's that. Oh, my garage. Over here is a mother-in-law tongue. 1 was planted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are growing. These are what I planted at the beginning of the year. Lily, holly. I planted every other one. Holly, oh, excuse me. The lily has already gone back. So it was 3 of each. And here's the wandering Jew where I just snapped off a piece right at that junction, right there. put it in the ground, and it just roots itself up. There's another holly. All these are just transplants from another side of the house. And here's a piece of that same wandering Jew right here. This I think I'm gonna eventually have to dig up because I don't know if it's, yeah, it's still good. It'll be back next year, so I'm gonna cut all this back for the new growth. And this is the south side of the house. Okay, I'm through. This is my last bit of decoration, my rose bush that I planted. It had stopped blooming, so I cut all the parts that had bloomed out off. And you notice I got these burgundy leaves. That means it's getting ready to bloom again. It's getting ready to produce some more. There's one right there. If you have a rose garden, a rose bush, cut off all those little dead ends, like right here, where you can see I cut something off, and they will reproduce. I cut them all off and look at them. You can tell you're getting ready to get some new blooms because the leaves are changed to a light burgundy color. See there? Just beautiful. Now I had a tree that was originally planted when I first moved in, and a piece of lightning struck it and knocked off the major branch. So I had it sawed down. But what I wanted to do was create a dip in it where this first hole is, so I could have a cactus terrarium out here. But my chainsaw would not dig into that part right there. So I haven't gotten anybody to come over and do it for me. But that's going to be a cactus terrarium. So that's my front house. My living room. In here, I have 2 orchids that I'm trying not to kill. And these I'm trying not to kill also. But, you know, they just came out of the hospital and I thought I'd put them in here. But look like this one might not work. And I got mother-in-law's tongue over here and mother-in-law's tongue in each corner. There's one there. I hope I'm not moving too fast, but here's my hospital. My hospitaler. My neighbor's brother transitioned about a couple of months ago, and she left it out in the sun and asked me if I could try to work on it. So I'm trying, and I think that's a sign of me overwatering, but I have this thing right here that dispenses it gradually, but I'm hoping it'll live. So this is it. These 2 are in the hospital. Hospitaler. So I'm gonna end it right here and go outside and check on my charcoal. Bam, this is what I'm doing next. In my pan, I've drained out the apple juice and I've got it in my pan that I'm gonna put in the grill, and I have the reserve that I may have to use if this gets low. But I'm going to season my chicken now with basil, oregano, parsley, paprika, pepper, and seasoned salt. And I've already drizzled over the chicken olive oil. So when I get finished doing those procedures, it's not a measurement thing. It's your taste, what you prefer. But I want it to be visible when I'm grilling it or smoking it. So what I'm going to do is put as much as I think I need, toss it together with clean hands, and show you the output of what I've done. And I want to remind you all, this is Marvel Not Network. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Now here's all the seasonings that I said I would put on from my own pantry, but I have one that my son sent me called Sweet Pepper Honey Chicken, Fire and Smoke. I'm going to use that also. Sweet Pepper Honey Chicken, Fire and Smoke. I'm going to add this too as a sprinkle, and then toss it, and we'll be ready to put it in our pan to take out to the grill once we get the grill set up. Okay, the chicken is ready. My pan is ready. I've poked holes in my foil covered apple wood chips. I got my thermometer or thermometer and my tongs to flip it over when I need to flip it. But that won't be anytime soon. Excuse me for doing that. But right now I'm going to just leave it here. Go out here real quick and check on the charcoals. And if they're all white, then I will be bringing you back up so you can see my process of setting everything up. Okay, you see that, people? They are ready, teddy bitty. So what I'm going to do is take this off, set it inside my shed on the concrete because I don't want to put it on the grass, and take this grating off and then pour my charcoal inside the grill with gloves on, mitts, and then I'll show you that when I come back. I want you to see how I set that up. On the bottom portion of my grill, you see the holes are open over there. Those will be the only ones open, and the other two are closed, but that's not going to be open that wide because I don't want to have it blow too much air on the charcoals to where they burn out. So I'm going to probably close it to halfway, and I'll do the same thing with the lid. So I'll be right back once I pour the charcoals in. I've done a double step. I put the charcoals in, added my smoked chips and my apple juice pan in. Next thing will be dusting off the grill before I put the chicken on. And excuse me for setting it on the ground, but me the only one eating it. There's nothing on it though. So let me go and get a towel and clean off the grapes from that charcoal chimney output, and I'll be right back. I had it all set up, and I did it without recording because my phone ran hot, but I've got just my regular thermometer in there reading the temperature. The holes are partially open on the bottom from the south side, and they're partially open on the top for the north side, so the air can come through and then go out that way and hit the chicken. So I'm gonna open up the lid. It's 344. I believe it's gonna be higher than 350. So I'm gonna open the lid up and let you see my arrangement. The hot charcoals, the wood chips, the apple liquid in the bottom, and the chicken arrangement. That's that, folks. It's gonna be out here for a little while, about an hour, and I'll come back out here and look at it. I may have to flip it over by then, but I don't want this hole to be too open. But that's it. There's the opening down there. The wind is coming from this direction, from the south. So that's why I've got it turned this way, because I want the air to go through that way. I may have to rotate it just a little bit. Here's another love bug. I don't even want it edited out. Love bugs, bumblebees, honeybirds, or honeybird, whatever you call them little things. Hummingbirds. Honeybirds. Well, that's the setup right now. I'm going to move it around just a little bit because I can feel the air on my left shoulder, so it's going like to the northwest. So I'm going to switch it around just a little bit, and I'll be back out in about an hour. Well, family, it's been smoking for about an hour, so I'm just going to do a little check. Look at the smoke. Smoking. Yes, it is smoking well. So let's look at it. Charcoals are still white. So still enough apple juice in there. It's looking real good. So I'm not gonna mess with it and let it keep on doing its thing. The lid is tight and the smoke is rolling. So another hour and I'll be back out again. I have 30 minutes left of this hour, and now I'm going to take the lid off and turn them over and let them smoke on the opposite side. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. They looking good, child. Look at them. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Silly Willy. I believe they're done, but I'm still going to leave them out here a little while longer. Yeah, let me move some to the front. cheerings. More power to the people. And it's still smoking. See you in 30. Well, family, they're done, and what I've decided to do is make half of them barbecue and the other half just regular. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to position you all so y'all can see me splash on the barbecue sauce. Hold on a minute though. So I've drizzled some barbecue sauce on the 7. And I'm spreading it around. It's hard to do it with one hand, and you know what I mean. But I'm gonna let that do, and then I'll probably come out and heck, I'm gonna put some on all of them. But it's just gonna be half and half. Look at that little thing fly, trying to manipulate something, make something happen. So I'm gonna try to flip it over and get the other side. Ooh-wee. And I hope I have the camera in a position where all is seen well. This smoke is getting to me, Jack. This is just regular schmegler. No putting on airs about anything. Just doing me. I almost jumped out of my skin, man. Thought it was a bug on me, and it was barbecue sauce. Man, don't that look good? Regular smuggler. So I'm gonna let that permeate. Like I really want to cook. I'm gonna sit it around the borders, put it around the borders of the heat. And put these over here. This should be 7. Look at that daggone fly. Covered up. When I come back out, I'll flip it over again, and then I'm done. Okay, people, I'm turning it over, and it looks so juicy, delicious. I don't know if me and my son are having a contest with each other, but he's doing smoking today. I know it's not game day barbecue, but this is good. And I think I may have some to share with my neighbors. Next time I come out, I'll just take them off the grill. One more look. If I didn't give you a better look earlier. That's how they've done. All right, people, I'm getting ready to take them off the grill. I gotta find a place to put my dish. Oops, sorry about that. Gotta find a place to put my dish and move them over for the dish placement. And I think I'm gonna put the barbecue on top. All right, I'm gonna put the dish on the grill. Okay, down and up, down. Gonna be some serious grubbing after a while, but I am hungry. Ooh, Yeah, there's my presentation. I'll give you a 360. That's it. Smoking on a Sunday. Don't forget, people, to like, share, comment, and subscribe to Marvel Not Network. And this is Sandra, wishing you Godspeed. Bye-bye. So fam, after I got through taking the drumsticks in the house and covering them up with foil, I came out here, I emptied out my grill, scrubbed it down. I don't like to put it away in the storage shed without it being clean because I don't want any monsters from the deep lagoon to get up in there. So it's cleaned up and out and ready to be put in the shed. As always, family, I wish you all the best from the Most High, all His peace and blessings, and ask you to like, comment, subscribe, and share to Marvel Not Network. Talk to you later. Bye.